So this year Durham have introduced a brand new way of applying to colleges here at Durham University. So I thought, as I'm a Durham student myself, I can probably help you in terms of deciding. So I'm going to rank every single Durham college and explain to you why I've put them in a certain place. Let's crack on with it. So the categories are the creme de la creme, so the best of the best, actually good colleges, just average, irrelevant, and Hatfield, because I'll explain that later. So first off we have St Aidan's, and Aidan's is a pretty much unknown college. There was literally a Durfest posted today that was like, I've been at Durham for 4 years and I've never met anyone from Aidan's, know nothing about them. They're shoved at the top of a hill. It's a nice location, but no one knows anything about them. So for that reason, I'm going to put them in irrelevant, because if no one knows who they are and they've been at Durham for 4 years, they're quite frankly irrelevant. Next we have Castle or University College. This is probably one of the nicest looking colleges in the whole of the university, although the chances you actually put in there for your accommodation is relatively slim. However, despite that, you still eat in like the Great Hall, which is insane. Your formals and stuff are still in like the Great Hall. Your bar is incredible. It's very fancy, and for that reason I think I'm kind of torn between actually good and the creme de la creme. I think it's Castle, like you can't get better than that, so I'm gonna chuck that right in the top at the creme de la creme, because quite frankly I'd love to live in the Castle. Anyway, next we have Chad's. Chad's is probably one of the smallest colleges in Durham, although it's got a very nice garden, very nice chill vibe. It's also not kind of like part of like the other colleges of the university, so Chad's and John's are kind of different. They kind of like got their own thing going on. Nonetheless, it's probably one of the most popular colleges in Durham. It's located on the Bailey, really nice, and for that reason I think that I would personally want to go there, like if I wasn't at Cuths. I should probably mention I'm at Cuths. Anyway, so Chad's I'm going to put in the creme de la creme as well. Shock horror. I think it's a really great college and everyone who goes there seems to be very nice. Anyway, next college is Collingwood, and Collingwood is like on the hill. It's the largest college in Durham. It's like renowned for being the sporty college, which is kind of cool. Their bar is called like the Stag, and I really rate it. I think it's one of the best like college bars in Durham, like in terms of like bar vibes. Also, every single year one of the like alumni from Collingwood puts behind a ridiculous amount of money behind the bar. So basically everyone swarms to Collingwood for that one night to get free drinks, which is pretty insane, and I'm kind of annoyed that I like missed it last year. Because obviously this year we couldn't do it because the whole Rona thing, whatever. But yeah, so Collingwood I think is probably one of the best colleges in Durham, especially I think, in my opinion anyway, it's the best hill college. So for that reason, I'm very torn between the creme de la creme and actually good, because you know what? For being the best hill college, I think it's got to go at the top. The creme de la creme, I think, is honestly one of the best colleges. Oh, it's kind of annoying, they're all kind of like C's. Anyway, next college is St Cuthbert Society, which is my college, so I'm going to be a little bit biased with this. I personally think it's the best college, just saying. I mean, I go here for one reason, but also like it's got 2 bars, it's got a site on the Bailey, it's like perfect location. I don't know, you just couldn't get better than it. Like everyone who goes to Cuths is so nice. Like if you're watching and you go to Cuths, like you're a legend. But yeah, Cuths is just like a brilliant atmosphere. Everyone's so laid back, chilled, and like we also have one of the best bars in Durham, and bars to me mean a lot at least. So for that reason, it's going in the creme de la creme. I don't know why that went like that, but anyway, Cuths. Yeah, so currently in the creme de la creme we've got Castle, Chad's, Cuths and Collingwood. They all begin with C's. This kind of seems like a bit of a conspiracy because my name is Charlie and like that begins with a C as well, so like Charlie, Castle, Chad's, Collingwood, Cuths. They're all C's, what's going on? I trust you, these are literally just a major coincidence. Next one is Grey. Grey is actually in a pretty decent location on the hill. It's like literally right next to the science site. From what I know about it, it seems pretty decent. Like I wouldn't say it's like amazing. For that reason, I'd probably put it in like just average. Like everyone who goes there is known like Grey by name, Grey by nature, which is kind of like a bit of a oh no. Next one is Hatfield, and basically Hatfield, if you don't know, is the most hated college in Durham. Basically because like Hatfield is known for being stuck up, posh. The people I know from Hatfield are not like that, but I think it's more kind of the inter-college rivalries where it's like, it's Hatfield is shit, like nothing else stands. Like, so for that reason, Hatfield is going in the Hatfield tier, because it's in its own little league, you know, they do what they do. Anyway, so Hatfield is at the bottom because it's Hatfield. Next we have St Hild and Bede, which is basically not on the Bailey nor on the hill, so it's kind of like, a lot of people would consider it to be like irrelevant, but personally, rogue decision, but I think it's really nice. Like, it's really kind of like in its own little location, which is like right by the river. It's not too far away from anything either. Really, really pretty, like old buildings, great views of the cathedral. It has got like a little bit of a reputation for being kind of like private school kind of vibes. However, anyone who I've known from it has been pretty nice, and like, I think they're nice people. So for that, I'm going to put it in actually good colleges, because it seems like an actually good college. Not irrelevant like most people might think. So if anyone tells you it's irrelevant, it's not. Next we have Josephine Butler. Josephine Butler is like one of the colleges right at the top of the hill. It's massive, it's all self-catered. I don't know anyone from Jovo. I think I've been to their bar though. I can't remember what it looks like, so for that reason, it's probably irrelevant. No, but okay, I don't think Josephine Butler is going to be irrelevant, purely because I think it's got its own little thing going on. So for that reason, I'm going to put it in just average. I think it's a pretty average place. Next we have John Snow. John Snow is actually like brand new, purpose built. They used to be at the site on Stockton, which basically then moved over to Durham. Then last year they were in like some like Unite Students buildings in Viaduct. And then finally this year they've moved into these like brand new accommodation bits. I haven't seen inside the accommodation, however I've seen the outside and it does look pretty nice. Like, I don't know too much about it otherwise because it is literally like brand new. But for that reason, I think like, because I can't say anything like bad about it, I'll probably put it in average. I've made acquaintance with like the captain for like the John Snow rugby team, and he seemed really nice. Next we have St John's, not to be confused with Jon Snow, and not to confuse Jon Snow with the Game of Thrones character. John's again is like a really small college on the Bailey, very nice, cute, very like religious-y. I think there's like a love-hate relationship with this bar because like it's very cramped. Like when I go down, I'm like 6'3", and I've got to duck wherever I go in that bar. So like if you're a bit claustrophobic and you're tall, it's probably not the best place for you. However, they've got a lovely beer garden, which I've been in, and it's been very, very nice. So for that reason, I'll probably put it in like, I want to say like actually good, because I think it's a good college. Next, St Mary's. St Mary's I think is probably one of the nicest looking colleges in the whole of Durham. Like, it looks very, very pretty, very picturesque. It's got an incredible view of the cathedral. It's also like in a perfect location to the science site. So like if you're a science student, this is like one of the best colleges, I swear. However, it has a major, major Achilles heel, and that Achilles heel is their bar, which is literally awful. Like, when I say it's awful, I mean it is dreadful. It's tiny, it's just in like a little basement area, and like, it's a bit shit, I can't lie. I'd want to put it in actually good, but at the same time I'm like, the bar makes it average, but then like, there's so many other bars that you can go to in Durham, and like, when I say, oh, these bars are like really bad, you can just go to other college bars, and like Mary's is close to so many other colleges. So for that reason, I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt, and I think I'm gonna put it in actually good colleges because I think it does deserve it. It does. Next we've got Van Mildert, which is basically known for having lakes and ducks. Although his lake is pretty shit, I can't lie. The bar is also pretty shit. Just the whole Van Mildert vibe, like it's quite a big college, quite sporty as well. I don't know too much about it. I think people would hate me if I put it in irrelevant. But at the same time, like, it probably is just really average in like terms of everything, like its location, its bar, its lake, if you want to call it a lake. So like for that reason, I'd probably just chuck it in just average, because it is just so painfully average. Next we have South College, and South College is literally the newest college. It was opened this year, so everything is brand new, but that also means that there's like no traditions, like nothing. But it does look really nice and modern, so I wouldn't go as far to say as it's irrelevant, just because like it's brand new, so people are kind of like, it's on their radar. However, obviously with this year, like no one really going out to places, it's kind of meant that a lot of people haven't really been thinking about South. Although I guess for me, I've kind of been like up there and I've seen it and it looks quite nice. And like their hub building looks kind of cool, which they share with like Jon Snow. I think for that reason, because I can't really like judge it, same with Jon Snow, it's going to go in just average. Next one is Stephenson, and I'd say Stephenson and Jobo are like very similar. Like they're in like the literal like same area, and like I almost don't get why Stevo's different to Jobo because they're very samey. Although like Stevo's like smaller, and like it just seems a bit more irrelevant than like Josephine Butler. Like when people mention the top of the hill, everyone just kind of immediately goes towards Josephine Butler, and no one thinks about Stephenson, even though Stephenson's like slightly further on. So for that reason, I'm also going to put that in irrelevant because it just is kind of irrelevant. Next we have Trevs. Trevs is literally like the hexagonal college made to look like a modern castle. It's got an alright bar and stuff like that. Like it looks okay, although everything is hexagonal. I think Trevs is an okay college. Like again, I'd say it's very similar to Van Mildert in terms of like location and bar. I'd say actually maybe his bar is slightly better. But yeah, I'd say it's probably just average again. But then again, is it just average? Okay, I'm gonna put a rogue decision and just fucking chuck it in irrelevant. People are gonna hate me from Travis, I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. Finally, we got Ustinov, which is like the postgrad college. And because it's postgrad, a lot of people tend to forget about it normally. Nearly didn't include it in this tier list in the first place, so. But it does look quite nice, although it is literally like really far out the way. I've never been there myself. And for that reason, because it's postgrad and all that, it's probably going to have to go in irrelevant. Like, probably. Please don't hate me for making this. I think Ustinov was a perfectly good college though. Anyway, that has been my little like tier ranking. If you don't agree, let me know. If you do agree, let me know. I'd love to know where you would rank different colleges. I hope this also helps in terms of like helping people decide where they'd put their colleges and like their preferences and stuff. Obviously, this is my personal opinion. This doesn't reflect anyone else's. If you want to know more about these Durham colleges, I've also made another video which you've probably already seen. If not, it'll be linked down below. Leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, that really does help. We're trying to get to 5k by July. Crazy target, but I believe we can do it. So yeah, thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.